Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study, Journey Through Lent. Time for spiritual formation. We are in Holy Week now, and we're spending these days looking at some of the events during Holy Week, some of the actions and words of Jesus during this week. These things will help us to keep our focus, our gaze on Jesus, that we might be transformed into his likeness as we gaze on him in faith. Now today I want to look at a time when some of the enemies of Jesus, the Pharisees and some of the Herodians, tried to trap Jesus with a trick question. Now, they asked Jesus a question about paying taxes. Now, of course, no one likes to pay taxes, but certainly the Jews did not like paying taxes to the Romans, their oppressors. And so these enemies thought they could trap Jesus by asking him whether you should pay the taxes or not. They figured they had him either way. If he said, yeah, pay the taxes, the Jewish residents of the city would be mad because they would turn against Jesus for instructing them to pay taxes to the hated Romans. And if he said, no, don't pay the taxes, the Romans would get upset because they don't like people causing trouble asking folks not to pay their taxes. So they thought they had Jesus in a trap, but he had an interesting answer for them. We're reading from Matthew chapter 22, verses 15 and following. Now some Pharisees went out and laid plans to trap Jesus in his words. They sent their disciples along with the Herodians to Jesus. Teacher, they said, we know that you are a man of integrity, that you teach the way of God in accordance with the truth. You are not swayed by men because you pay no attention to who these men are. Tell us then, what is your opinion? Is it right to pay taxes to Caesar or not? But Jesus, knowing their evil intent, said, you hypocrites, why do you try to trap me? Show me the coin that you used to pay the tax. They brought him a denarius, and he asked them, whose portrait is this? Whose inscription? Caesar's, they replied. And Jesus said, then give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give to God what belongs to God. When they heard this, they were amazed. So they left and went away. Okay, they thought they had laid a careful trap. But Jesus simply said, oh, I'm not going to fall for this. Show me the coin you used to pay the tax. A denarius. Now that's a Roman coin. It's a Roman coin. So that's why Jesus said, whose picture is on it? Whose inscription is on it? Caesar's, they said. Or of course, Caesar's likeness would be on all the coins of Rome. So Jesus said, listen, if you're going to use Caesar's money, you might as well pay Caesar's taxes. If you're going to use Caesar's money, you might as well pay Caesar's taxes. So give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, but give to God what belongs to God. Now there's an interesting part of what Jesus said that we sometimes miss. We get the part about give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. You're going to use his money? You might as well pay his taxes. But Jesus said, give to God what belongs to God. Yes, Caesar can claim what's his, but he cannot claim what is God's. What belongs to God? What belongs to God? Now, if the money they were using belonged to Caesar, after all, his inscription was on it, what belongs to God? You do. Because you are created in the image of God. His image is on you. His designation is on you. Oh yes, sin may have marred that, and you may have in rebellion wandered away. It doesn't change the fact that you were made by God, and his image is still on you. So what you're obligated to do is give yourself to God. You belong to him. He made you. He made you in his image. That's what the Bible tells us. We are made in the image of God. His inscription is on us. We don't belong to Caesar. We belong to God. We don't belong to anyone on this world. We belong to God. So give yourself to God. Jesus said, I'm not getting involved in your dispute about taxes. If you're going to use Caesar's money, we'll pay him his taxes. But the more important thing is you yourself belong to God. So give yourself to God. In this Lenten season, Jesus reminds us that we belong to God. He made us, and he's come to redeem us from our sin. Not only did he make us, but he loves us so much, he wants to redeem us from the sin we've committed. That's why he sent Jesus to reclaim us. So our obligation is in faith to give ourselves to him. Heart, soul, mind, strength. All that you are, give it to God. For you belong to him. That's what faith is. It's looking to Jesus in faith, in trust, and giving ourselves to him. What belongs to God, give to God. We belong to God. So in faith in Jesus, let's give ourselves fully to him. Amen and amen. You have a great day today. And I'll see you next time for our 5-minute Bible study, Journey Through Lent.